Blech. Today on movie review, I discussed the movie Aliens. Aliens is a mid-80s movie that was probably about as many hours as the year number. Yeah, it was probably. The movie's actually only 2.5 hours, but when I was watching it, I felt like I was there for 4 hours plus. The movie is now that the girl has returned from off her spaceship. No one believes her that there's any aliens, and she's convicted of being insane. She gets her license suspended, but then the military somehow convinces her to come out into space again to investigate the ship because there's something wrong with it. It turned out the aliens had torn through and killed the whole ship. And then they find this little girl and have her tag on, and then half the military that they brought gets killed, and they're down to 5 people. And then their ship crashes. And now what they're supposed to do? And then I just checked out and started walking around their room and playing with their fish. And didn't really pay much attention, because that was about after 2 hours into it. Well, by my time, I was probably about 4 hours into it. The movie just never seems to end. I don't like movies that are too long. An average movie should be around 1:30 to a little over 2 hours. I just cannot watch a movie on my laptop for 2.5+ hours. It just gets boring eventually. And so the military is just a bunch of really cocky people. It doesn't make much sense. And pretty much all of them die, so that's pretty much how it ends. And the little girl somehow gets put in charge at the end. I think if they had a little kid out in space, they wouldn't put her in charge. That would be the last thing they would do. And that's pretty much all I watched. That's all I remember. Because you forget about this stuff in T-minus 20 seconds. That's my movie review on the boringest film ever. Well, not the boringest film, but probably one of the slowest movies ever, Aliens. It still doesn't be as bad as When a Stranger Calls. It's not that slow, but still, it's pretty slow moving. It's probably a little better than Jaws, but it's just a slow moving movie that didn't really. And my dad said it was more modern. It was slower than the one from almost a decade before. That's what I don't get. That's my movie review on Aliens.